Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. I hope that your day is getting off to a good start and that your morning is going well. And today I wanted to talk about parenting and the struggles of parenting and some things that maybe you can take into consideration as you raise your kids or in the future if you have kids. Things that you can keep in mind when dealing with certain tough situations with them. So, a lot of times we as parents are become the authoritative figure in kids' life, and to an extent that is good, especially when they're young. You want to protect them and you want to make sure everything is okay with them. But I think the mistake that we run into is we only use the authoritative position as parents to tell kids what to do and what not to do, and they have to do it or else. Well, that, in my opinion, and what I've come across in raising Aubrey, and some things that I've changed within myself these last couple years, really trying to improve as a father, is not making my word absolute in her world and having open dialogue with her and discussing why she shouldn't do things and asking her if she understands why she can't do things, and really just trying to be more of a guide than an authoritative figure, because as I've spoke of in many of my videos, the only authority that we should ever carry is the creator, and that's self. And I I when I lived out of the ego, and when I had no recognition of soul, I put all this pressure on my daughter, and if you weren't first, you were last, and I was teaching her to also live out of her ego and competition, and it really, she was such a special little girl and looked up to me in ways that I didn't even understand, to where I created a complex in her that she felt that she needed to be perfect, and nobody is perfect, and even my own drive to perfect everything I do and to be the best at everything I do was noticed by her, and I never let her see rooms for mistakes with dad, and I never gave her the space to feel it was okay to make mistakes, and that you will be loved and appreciated and understood even when you do make mistakes, because as humans, nobody goes through this life flawlessly with no mistakes, and we beat ourselves up and we push for perfection, and it just creates such a stagnation and a blockage of energy within ourselves when we're striving to feed our egos so so much from the program society, where we're shoving down competition and perfection, and you know being the authoritative figure in the kid's life instead of being the guide, because though we are parents, it is still not our journey, so we should really step out of the authoritative mindset and more of a guided mindset of, these are your options. What do you think is the best? What would make you the happiest? Okay, well, this is my experience as somebody that's been here 33 years. Now, how do you feel? Now, how does that sound? Now, do the same choices that you thought you wanted with the extra, or with the limited knowledge, do those things still sound appealing and like something that would feed your soul, now that you have a little bit more wisdom and knowledge of experience from an old man like your dad? So I think it's something that we really need to improve on as parents. And yeah, I agree that we shouldn't always be our child's friends, because when we're trying to guide these children, it's so easy to project our experience and our reality into these kids and make them fit in our box, much like society does us. And it just continues that cycle of programming and programming and programming. And you are actually feeding into the program as a parent, because you are taking society's expectations of you, or so you feel, the expectations, and you're projecting those onto your kids. And that's why these kids are lost, and they don't know what they want because they haven't been given space to think about what they want. They're just being told what they should want. And as a child, I was blessed enough to, be guided in a manner that worked out for me, because I really enjoyed the things that I did as a child. I grew up playing. I lived on the ball field or the court. I lived solely from the ego, and well, I take that back. I was always a good sport. I was always quick to pick an opponent up if they fell down. So my soul was there. I just wasn't aware of it. But I loved competition, and I always was striving to do the best that I could, and I was harsh on myself when I felt like I didn't do the best I could because I had an off day, or I had something weighing on my mind outside of what I was doing in the current moment. So, as humans, we are so tough on ourselves, and that's really society's expectations and of us. But the thing is we are society. So the beautiful thing about that pressure is we can start to alleviate that pressure from self when we start to only answer to one authority figure, and that is the self, or God, or the creator, or the pure energy source, or however your mind conceptualizes the meaning of being. Then that is self, that is consciousness is really everything. Without consciousness, there's no existence. So be conscious of your children and their journey. Yes, they are supposed to be guided by parents and led down the right path, but it's still their path, parents. It's not our path to push them down. We've already paved our roads as we've walked through those early years of our lives. So let them pave their own paths, and let them find what feeds their soul, because we are creating a society of drones and just zombies that our empathy genes have been inactive for so long as a collective. And everybody is just looking out for self. And I preach of self-love, but looking out for self in an ego sense is absolutely different than taking care of self in a soul sense. Because when you take care of self and on a soul level, then all you do is radiate love and pure intention, and that has an energetic ripple effect in our reality to help people have that space to raise their vibration to self-love and self-happiness and pure intention within their life. And they see strong individuals saying, fuck what society expects of me. I'm going to be happy on my terms, and I'm going to walk my path. And yes, I have to play the game because we have to pay taxes. And I don't even have to. There's ways to get out of the matrix completely. And I have some dear friends that have done that, and I admire their courage, because I know I could do it, but I don't know. I'm not confident in how my kids would receive it. So I stay playing the matrix, and playing the things because that's what my kids want. But I also make them aware that it is there, and that they can be the strong individuals to walk in the matrix and raise consciousness of everybody in the matrix, therefore making the matrix non-existent. Basically, is when we raise consciousness of everybody in the matrix, we create heaven on earth, and that's of love and pure intention. So parents, let your kids walk their own path. Let them find what feeds their soul. Let them dress however they want, no matter how ridiculous it looks. Let go of your judgments of what society expects of you and what they expect of your kids, and just be happy. Set guidelines and set boundaries, absolutely, but be gentle when boundaries are crossed, because we're all humans. We all make mistakes, and explain to your children why things are the way they are. It's easy to say no because I said so, but it takes a real strong person and a patient person and a compassionate person to sit down and say, no, you can't do that, but these are my reasons why, and this is what I experienced, and I hope you understand, and make sure they understand. And if they say they don't understand, continue to explain to them until they do, and get on the same page with your kids. So to me, that is true parenting, and it's still something that I work on, and I'm trying to tear down the brick walls that I built in my own daughter's ego, and help repair her soul from me making her live out of the ego and out of competition and out of perfection. So I hope this helps some of you parents, some of you younger kids. Remember, if I have teens watching this, that your parents are human too, and they make mistakes too, and it's very easy to be programmed into doing what society expects of you, because it's easy to go with the collective, and it's so much harder, and it takes such a brave soul to stand outside of the crowd and say, look, there's a different way. There's a better way. We can all have our own light and shine that light. So have a great day. I love you guys. I've got my 2-year-old son's first Christmas program tonight. I'm super excited for that. And have a wonderful day. I love you guys.